Today I fucked up by making my boyfriend vomit for a BJ. Last night I, 21F, was hanging with my boyfriend, 21 meters, at his place. Let me go ahead and tell you all, we're incredibly comfortable with one another and often joke around a ton, so please don't think too harshly about my commentary made here. Tonight we were playing Uno and made a deal that whoever loses has to take a shot. His drink of choice, you may ask? Paul Mason brandy, 60 proof. Apparently he sucks absolute ass at Uno because he ended up taking 6 shots. At this point, just for fun I told him to take one more shot and I'll give him a BLW job. He grins from ear to ear and says BET. I load his shot glass, and he took it to his lips. Now like I said before, we're super comfortable. We often joke around a lot and call each other names and shit. I say, take it simp, take that shot little bitch. He turned his glass up, and oh, I've never seen him make this face from an alcoholic beverage before. His cheeks were swollen with the alcohol inside of them. Not realizing how actually bad it is for him, I keep at it, swallow. Be a good boy. Then he runs to the bathroom and that's when it happens. I hear the most repulsive vomiting sound I've ever heard come out of him. I just don't know what to do at this point. Started to feel so horrible for making him take the shots and I kind of tear up because I'm afraid our night of fun is over. I hear him brushing his teeth after the violent retching. Then this man comes sliding down the hallways in his socks and says to me, can I still have my blow job? Baby? Of course you can. You absolutely can. Too long didn't read. My boyfriend took 7 shots of Paul Mason brandy and repulsively vomited for a blowy last night. Can I still have my blowjob, baby? Hurls, brushes teeth, then still goes for the BJ. A true man. Boyfriend, vomiting out his life force and entire digestive system. Meanwhile, OP, tears up cause she wants to have more fun. No shade, I just thought this was funny Lamau. Oh gosh, I really messed up the wording with this one. My apologies, haha. No, I felt really bad, like I had ruined the night in general. He had a really rough day at work the previous day, so we made a game night / dinner date to take his mind away from things. That's why I felt so bad about Thray fun being ruined. I should have worded that differently. Haha, smile. He earned that. He sure did. Can I come to the wedding in the future? Y'all sound fun. We are a ton of fun. Haha. It's cute he thought that he wasn't getting a BJ after all that. I know. I was like, come on babe, you seriously deserve this BJ, now sit down Lamau. Today I fucked up by letting my kid play an FPS throwaway account, because duh. Also, not really today but a drama unfolding over weeks. Being a parent of a young kid, the only gaming time I get is when he's sleeping. I've got some kids / family games that I let him play after dinner and before bedtime, but he's never shown a whole lot of interest in them. Monitoring his screen / gaming time has never been a big issue. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I decided to fire up a new game of Far Cry. Because whatever I do, the usual wait to make sure he's fully asleep, keep the volume down. No dramas for a few nights. And one night about 2 weeks ago, I'm playing the game, thinking all's cool, when I hear from the doorway, "What's that game?" I freeze. No idea how long he's been there. I just say, "It's a grown-up game," and get him back to bed. He got up because he needed a drink of water, because of course. Next morning he comes in for snuggles, and the first thing he asks is, "Can I play the grown-up game?" I, of course, say, "No." I might have even said long no, and he starts crying. It's like I've smashed his favorite toy or something, but, you know, lol no. Eventually get him calmed down, breakfast, dressed, etc. Figure it's over with. Nope. He starts pestering. This goes on for a couple of days before it escalates to tantrums. To make my point, I physically put the PS4 away, triggering an end-of-days level tantrum. PS4 stays locked up for 3 days until he finally quits asking, and then he doesn't ask for a few after I bring it out of the closet. Figured I'd won. Then the other day he asks, "Dad, can I please play the grown-up game?" And he's got, like, the full puppy face going. I'm getting flashbacks over the last week of trauma and think, okay, there's no way he can actually play the game. He's just gonna get frustrated with the controls, die over and over, not have any fun, and give up. Surrender. Okay, but when I say it's time to stop, it's time to stop. He legit bounces for joy. I put the game on, hand him the controller, show him how to walk around, send him off. He gets wasted in about a minute, no surprises. Respawn, repeat. Respawn, repeat. The plan's kind of working. See? It's not very fun, is it? No. He sighs. But I need to keep trying. Fucking perseverance lessons. Just a few more times, then it will be time to stop. He wanders off towards the edge of the map, which keeps him from getting attacked. Mashes buttons to figure out what does what. In doing that, he gets to the flamethrower, squeezes the trigger. The look on his face let me know I done royally fucking goofed. He torches everything and gives zero fucks about dying over and over again, which happens a lot, because he stands right in the firestorm of his making. When the flamethrower runs out, he says, "Dad, I need more fire." Each time I refill his ammo, and send the little sharky off, because I've already fucked up, so might as well own it. Soon, I tell him it's time to stop, kind of hoping he throws a tantrum so that I can say, well, if you can't follow the rules, you can't play the game anymore, but nope. He complies. Damn it. Since then, he doesn't ask to play the grown-up game, he asks, can I make more fires? Now, too long didn't read. Kid kept demanding to play Far Cry after he saw me play it, I caved, and now he's probably going to be a pyromaniac. Edit, lol. Of course the post on my throwaway account becomes my most upvoted post ever. Anyway, after reading y'all's comments, I'm gonna chill out about this and try to make it a more positive experience for the both of us. And for all of you playing the guessing game, he's 5. Well, at least he's asking for people's permission before he gives them third-degree burns. Edit, thank you kind internet person for my first Reddit medal smile. Joke's on you, should've gave him Dark Souls. Is he there, Satan? How old is the kid? Probably about 5 to 10 years old. Imagine the face of my father when he found me watching Elfen Lied, the scene when Lucy kills the other kids for killing a dog. He forbid me from watching anime and I couldn't access the internet until I was 18. I obviously skipped those prohibitions, but I never got caught. 8 years without internet at the beginning of the internet era. Edit, syntaxis. As a veteran gamer parent, never underestimate the power of not until instead of no. The more often and more consistently you use it, the better the results. When you make the thing they want dependent on their actions, it also helps them accept when it is dependent on the passage of time, and when you always give them what they wanted when the condition is met, they feel comfortable knowing they will get it. Today I fucked up by poisoning my son and looking like a monster. My 4-year-old son was relatively recently diagnosed with celiac disease, which means he should not eat gluten. We've adjusted pretty well and for the most part still eat gluten-filled food ourselves and managed to keep him on a GF diet. We took him to the beach 2 weeks ago and this is when I flew. So he'd been pretty good and I decided that we'd go to the beach cafe. Service is via a window with limited outdoor seating, so they've adapted pretty well to social distancing without too many changes, and get us some ice cream. Now to me, if you get ice cream, the ice cream is the main attraction, forget cones and nuts and sauces, so you can probably see where I'm going. I forgot all about the cone. So we're all tucking in and my wife casually asks, is that a gluten-free cone? Phew. You can imagine how well a 4-year-old takes having the gluten-contaminated ice cream taken away. Oh, and then I flew again. Not knowing what to do with this sticky half-eaten ice cream and having 2 kids to look after I eat it. Howling intensifies. I look up and realize what this looks like. Dad steals ice cream from distraught son and eats it right in front of him. There were tuts and mutters, ladies and gentlemen, tuts and mutters. I'm British, so that's about as strong a condemnation as you can get. Since then we've taken him to a couple of beaches and he's got ice cream in a tub. He keeps asking if it's got gluten in it and saying that daddy will take it from me. He just looks heartbroken whenever he says this. Too long didn't read. Gave my son an ice cream that he can't eat because of gluten and then ate the remains in front of his face to the condemnation of a beach of people. Why didn't you tell your kid that specific ice cream could make him very sick and that you're getting him one that won't make him sick? Got to admit your FU was pretty hilarious, though. Smiley face. Hey buddy. I'm in no way trying to be a jerk, but check out r/celiac. I'm a celiac too, and it's crazy difficult to keep someone safe if other people in your household are still eating it. The celiac subreddit will definitely give you some really helpful tips to keep your kiddo safe. I got diagnosed when I was in college, and it wasn't until I lived alone that I was able to keep myself super safe. It's also really important to keep in mind that this is so much more than just an allergy. Especially with COVID being in play. Thanks. We've got a separate utensils for him and try to keep things as non-contaminated as possible. If I'm buttering gluten-filled toast, I never double dip back into the butter with the same knife. He seems to have quite a mild reaction to it, which I think makes it harder for him to understand, and so it's hard for us to know if we're succeeding or not. He's just had some blood tests which should hopefully tell us how well we're doing, but it was just after the cone. But he didn't seem to have any GI complaints even after that. I've suggested we get rid of regular bread and cereal from the house just to make it easier when he starts making his own choices about food, but my wife is not keen at all. Daddy will take it from me, lol. Show me a 4-year-old that isn't. He's just started saying but I miss daddy when I have to go off to work. Sounds like an episode of Modern Family. I have 2 kids with celiac and the initial learning curve is steep. Do not beat yourself up about it. You will make mistakes and come to hate when anything you are used to buying has a sticker saying new improved recipe, as that's another deep dive into the ingredients listed. Things have improved so much over the years and will keep getting better, but it's still bloody hard. On the plus side, at 4 you're in control of their diet and they will be too set in their ways yet. Good luck, and if I can offer any advice, give me a shout.